Hey there, Jenn Lawlor here, and in today's brief audio message, we're going to explore the question of what is the true cost of suffering? For those of you who are new to my world, again, my name is Jenn Lawlor, and I'm an inner freedom coach and the creator of Inner Freedom Accelerator. Basically, I guide people to resolve the core emotional and mental blocks that are fueling their inner conflicts so that they can go on to live conflict-free lives with inner freedom, deep connection to their authenticity, valuing themselves, and being free to speak and be themselves. So when I think back to all the years, all the decades really, of my own life that I spent suffering, hiding myself, invalidating my thoughts and feelings, and consumed with inner conflict, it really brings up sadness for me. I feel sad that I spent so much of my precious time on this earth in so much pain, when a life of inner freedom, something that was so simple and available to all of us, was so quickly within my reach. This grief that I feel over lost time is something that I see over and over again with my one-to-one clients and in conversations with people in the interwebs and out in the real world. Every single one of us who's suffering, and by suffering, I simply mean we're dealing with stuck patterns of emotional and mental blockages that are running on autopilot in the background of our lives. When we're suffering as a result of these blockages, we know that we're missing out. We can feel it in our bones. We've known a better way at one point in our lives. Each and every one of us has experienced at one time or another the delicious feeling of inner freedom, of being free of these blockages and being deeply connected to our true, authentic, and inner conflict-free selves. And in knowing this, in knowing what's possible because we've experienced it, no matter how briefly, in knowing that a more contented life is possible, not only do we long for it, we also grieve every single moment that we're here on this earth not living it. So I ask you now, what is the true cost of your suffering? Let's explore this. What is the cost of spending a day, a week, a year, or decades like I did, suffering the effects of carrying around emotional and mental blocks? What is the cost of missing even one day of your life where you're free, truly free, where you're living in alignment with your truth, with your purpose, where you're completely free to be your authentic self? What price tag would you place on that experience? Seriously, ask yourself, what is it worth to you to experience your life without all the heavy stuff weighing you down? It doesn't need to be a dollar amount because honestly, I don't think we can put a monetary value on our lives. But what I want you to do is simply ask yourself and feel into, lean into, how important is it to you to experience your life without all the pain? And if it feels like the most important thing in your life, then I'm right there with you, because I can tell you from this incredibly privileged position I'm in today that it's like being reborn. Living my life free of all the pain and suffering, free of the stuck emotional and mental blockages that I lived with for so many years, decades even, being free of all that pain is the most important thing any of us can do for ourselves. I mean, we only have one chance at this life, right? And each day you spend suffering is a day that you don't experience the joy of inner freedom. So my next question is, what are you waiting for? You're here listening to my audio. You're in my world. You have access to a proven process to get you to inner freedom. What's holding you back? Is it that you've given up on yourself? Have you lost hope that healing is possible for you? Or maybe you're not willing to do the work it takes. In this case, maybe your suffering isn't painful enough to motivate you to make a change. Or maybe you've tried so many things and nothing's worked so far, so you're not open to new things. What I hope to awaken in you in this brief audio message are two things. The first one is the realization that each day you spend locked in your suffering blockages is a day not spent experiencing inner freedom and authentic joy. A day that you can never get back. And the second thing I want to convey is that going from where you are right now to where you want to be, enjoying a conflict-free inner life of inner freedom and authentic joy, it isn't something that needs to take a long time. The idea that, oh, I've been suffering for so long, it's going to take a really long time to heal, that thought, that belief is BS. It's a limited belief that will keep you stuck, and it simply is not true. You can absolutely have rapid transformations and reach inner freedom in as little as 90 days or sooner if you take the right steps. Steps that are laser focused on disrupting, digesting, and resolving the emotional and mental blocks that are at the core of and that are fueling your inner conflicts. So really getting to the roots. So now I ask you this. What's holding you back from inner freedom? If the answer is, well, I just don't know what my next moves are, then I encourage you to check out my free training, which will walk you through the exact process that I take my clients through inside Inner Freedom Accelerator, so you can quickly decide for yourself if this is something that strikes a chord with you or if it doesn't. And honestly, it's okay if it doesn't. What I want most for you is for you to go out there and find a proven path that feels right for you, that will help you reach inner freedom, that will help you resolve your inner conflicts in the shortest time possible. Because I don't want you to waste any more of your life carrying around old, stuck emotions and limiting beliefs and costing you precious time that could be spent enjoying a beautiful, empowered, and joyful life. Okay, so that's what I've got for you today. I've left a link to the training that I just mentioned down below in the comments. Go check it out. If you have any questions about today's audio or any of my content, leave it in the comments down below or hit reply to the email. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, that's all for now.